Hello, everyone. We will get started in about. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to where you are joining from today. On behalf of Special Olympics and Harmony Academy, we are thrilled you are here for today's webinar, Empowering Inclusive Youth Leadership Through Mentorship. We encourage you to share your name, role, and location in the chat box. Here are today's facilitators for today's meeting. My name is Clement Colston, the Senior Manager of Global Youth Development at Special Olympics International. I am also joined by my colleagues from National University and Harmony Academy, who will go next.
Hello, my name is Miriam Blanc-Gonnet, and I am the Senior Manager of User Strategy at Harmony Academy.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Miriam.
All right, and with that, welcome everyone. We are excited to welcome you from across the globe and hope this time together brings energy and connection no matter what season you may be in. Today's webinar brings together thought leaders and educators to share ideas and practices that inspire the best in teaching and support social, personal, and academic learning. These sessions are grounded in real experiences from our organizations and from the youth and adult mentors who have helped shape this work. We want to note that the presentations shared today reflect the opinions and expertise of our guest speakers and may not necessarily represent the views of Harmony or Special Olympics. You will receive a copy of the webinar recording following this session, so no need to capture everything in real time. We have got you covered. Feel free to share that recording with your colleagues once it arrives in your inbox. Throughout the session, we do encourage you to use the chat to share your reflections, any aha moments that you have, and then questions. We will reserve some time at the end of our session today for a Q&A. We love seeing your smiling faces on camera, so if you feel comfortable coming off, please do. But if you prefer to turn your camera off for the recording, we understand. And without further ado, let's dive into today's objectives. So to start, we will build a shared understanding. We want to make sure that we're all speaking the same language when we talk about mentorship and inclusive youth leadership. We'll define what those terms mean to us and likely to many of you, and then share the vision and the why that brought Harmony Academy and Special Olympics together in this work. From there, we'll walk through what we created, hear from youth and adult mentors, and explore how you can access the learning modules.
Inclusive youth leadership is more than an idea. It is a mindset, a commitment, and a movement. It means believing that every young person, with and without intellectual disabilities, has the potential to lead, not someday, but right now, by fostering inclusion on and off the playing field. When we talk about inclusive, we mean creating spaces where youth with and without intellectual disabilities work together as equals, where everyone has a voice, everyone is valued, and everyone contributes. And leadership does not just happen at a podium or during big events. It happens in classrooms, on sports teams, at community events, and even in everyday peer interactions. When young people feel empowered, they show up differently, with confidence, with ideas, and with purpose. But here's the key. Youth don't just become leaders by accident. They become leaders because someone like you believes in them, supports them, and opens the door. Mentors are often the bridge between potential and opportunity. You help see youth what's possible for themselves and give them tools to take action. So when we say inclusive youth leadership, we're talking about building a world where all young people of all abilities can see themselves as leaders and where adults actively work to support that vision. We will now do a quick poll. Which of the following best describes your current experience with youth leadership? I currently work with youth in settings that include youth with and without disabilities. I currently work with youth and I'm looking for ways to make my setting more inclusive. I am new to supporting youth leadership and just am getting started. And I am here to learn more and explore the topics. Looks like we're having great participation. Some current themes I see at the moment is the first one. I currently work with youth in settings that include youth with and without disabilities. It's coming in at first. And then coming up right behind that, I see I'm here to learn more and explore the topics. Great. So just wanted to say thank you for your participation in this. This webinar is really meant for our mentors, our educators, and we'll go into how we define them. But the fact that you're showing up today or you're watching this recording is a big step in making that happen.
So, with that, we recognize that mentors come in many forms: educators, coaches, parents, caregivers, community members. And what they all share is a commitment to walking alongside young people as they discover their strengths and lead with purpose. You don't need to have all the answers to be a mentor. What matters most is being present, listening deeply, and believing in the young person that you're guiding. That belief can really change everything. At the heart of our collaboration between Special Olympics and Harmony Academy is a shared vision, a belief that mentorship can elevate the voices and leadership of all young people, especially those who have been traditionally excluded from the leadership space. This partnership between Special Olympics and Harmony Academy is about creating opportunities and removing barriers so that all young people with and without intellectual disabilities can thrive as leaders. It's also about supporting you, the mentors, with meaningful tools and learning experiences to support youth leaders of all abilities. Because when mentors are empowered, youth are empowered. And when youth of all abilities are empowered, schools, communities become more inclusive, more just, and more hopeful.
As we developed this learning series together, we kept coming back to three core goals that guided every decision. These goals weren't just aspirational, they were practical and grounded in what mentors like you told us you need. First is capacity building. We want to strengthen your ability as mentors, not just in theory, but in day-to-day situations. That means giving you the relevant tools, reflective prompts, and strategies that you can use with youth of all abilities. Second is accessible learning. We know mentors work across different educational models, inclusive schools, integrated settings, and specialized schools, in communities that are at various stages of advancing inclusion. This means creating content that works in any context, whether inclusion is well established or still evolving, and ensuring that it is adaptable to your schedule and experience level. Our goal is to make sure every mentor feels equipped to support youth leadership, no matter where they are starting. Third, sustainable impact. We didn't want to create something that you would engage with once and then move on from. We aim to create something with lasting impact, learning experiences you can return to and build from, especially as your mentoring relationships grow and evolve. And really, it comes down to this. We want to support you in leading mentoring experiences that are not just meaningful in the moment, but leave a lasting impact on you and the youth you support. Take a moment to reflect on these three goals: capacity, access, and sustainability. Which one do you feel most confident on already? Which one would you like to grow in? We encourage you to place your thoughts in the chat to see what your peers across the globe are sharing.
And as you're doing that, at the core of this work are shared beliefs that have kept us grounded throughout the entire process. First, we believe in the power of education and mentorship to change lives, not just in big dramatic ways, but in the everyday moments where a young person feels seen, supported, and encouraged to lead. We also believe that inclusive leadership is possible when youth know that they have someone in their corner, a mentor who believes in them, listens to them, and helps them take that next step, whether it's speaking up in class, planning a project, or leading their peers. And finally, we believe that mentorship isn't just about guidance, it's about growth, not just for the young person, but for the mentor too. It's a relationship where both people are learning, stretching, and stepping into leadership in their own ways.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Miriam. And I see in looking at the chat, now that we've had some time to respond, that sustainability is one that keeps coming up. Okay, and I also see most confident in having that access. Wonderful responses. And this is an example of the reflections opportunities that are built in within the modules, which we'll be talking about very shortly. So with that, let's talk about what we created. We knew from the beginning that this learning series had to be more than just a training. It needed to be a journey, one that empowers mentors to reflect, grow, and act with purpose. So together, we created a 6-module series designed to support you as you support youth of all abilities to lead with confidence and inclusion. Each module takes about 30 minutes and includes reflection questions, real-world strategies, and opportunities to create your own action plan. Here is what the series includes: helping youth want to achieve, understand how values drive motivation and participation, helping youth believe they can achieve, foster confidence in skill building and leadership roles, building relationships with youth, explore how strong relationships motivate action, amplifying youth voices, create space for youth to share ideas and lead, activating global youth leadership, support youth to lead and connect on a global scale. And last but not least, unleashing the power of youth leadership. See how local youth leadership creates global impact. This series is designed to grow with you, whether you are just beginning your mentorship journey or have years of experience. It is built to be flexible so you can move at your own pace and apply it to your unique setting. Ultimately, our goal is to help you support youth with and without intellectual disabilities to lead with confidence and to support and walk alongside them as they take the lead. And now I have the privilege to introduce you to our featured speaker, Caitlin Hamrick, who is the Senior Director of Global Youth and Education at Special Olympics International.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much, Clem. Thank you so much, Miriam, for walking us through really high level what has gotten us to where we're at right now. I really want to just take a moment to share how excited we are at Special Olympics for this content that has been created and how excited we are for this partnership that we've had with Harmony Academy over these last few years. And this content that that has been created that we're excited to share with you, it is also so timely for this moment in time where our youth work and empowering our young people matters more now than it probably ever has. So, at Special Olympics, we are putting such a priority on this content, on this training, because we've seen time and time again that young people, both with and without intellectual disabilities, are, not always given the chance to lead, but when they are given the chance to lead, that is where they drive powerful, lasting change. And that leadership that our young leaders, both with and without intellectual disabilities, take on, both within our movement and outside of our movement, doesn't happen in isolation. And for our young people to feel that support and to be empowered, it takes adult mentors and people who are willing to guide, encourage, and open doors for them. And so, from the Special Olympics standpoint, we really view these modules as a game changer in how we scale and strengthen our youth leadership work, all the way from the global level down to the local and school level. These modules that have been created really provide practical, accessible tools that help adult mentors really know how to show up with intention, to be inclusive, and to have the confidence to mentor and guide young leaders. We firmly believe that the better we equip our mentors, the better they can support our youth and the greater impact we can create together. And I share this all not just from somebody, from a global standpoint, but also somebody who has been at the program level and has been a leader at the program level. When I worked for a Special Olympics program, I would have loved to have resources like these because often we relied on instinct and experience, but having something to actually train our adult mentors in and to support them would have made a huge difference in how we were building our programming to really be sustainable and youth driven. So all that to say, I am thrilled about the road ahead and just want to reiterate that these modules will ensure that every adult mentor across our movement is prepared to support young leaders in meaningful and inclusive ways moving forward. So now I am incredibly honored to have the privilege to introduce to you one of our fantastic youth leaders, someone who is driving change both locally and globally. So Sam, over to you.
Hi, my name is Sammy, and I am a youth leader from Special Olympics Southern California. I serve as a U.S. Youth Special Olympics U.S. Youth Ambassador and on the Special Olympics Global Youth Leadership Council. I am happy to be here with you today. My partner and I recorded a video. I would like to show on the next slide. We got it right. Hi everyone, I'm Sammy.
Hi, I'm Kate.
We are a unified pair from Southern California, and we're excited to talk about how life-changing it is to have a supportive mentor in your life. Mentors help us grow and be our best. Having a mentor means having someone who supports you and listens without judging.
Mentors help you develop your ideas and give honest feedback so you can grow. Sammy and I were lucky to meet our mentor, Miss Spino, through our high school's unified club, where she was the advisor. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when we couldn't meet in person, I reached out to her to find ways to keep our friendships going over Zoom, and we made it happen. She made it easy to open up to, and I relied on her ever since.
Miss Spino helped me be more confident doing things on my own. Mentors help you believe in yourself, even when you're nervous, and our mentor always reminds us that our voice matters.
I remember presenting for the first time at a youth-led summit. I was excited, but really nervous I'd mess up, until my mentor reminded me that no one is perfect and the goal is to spread the message of inclusion.
Our mentor has been that person for us, but no matter who your mentor is, a teacher, a coach, a family member, they can make a huge impact just by showing up.
Mentors create a safe space where you feel comfortable asking questions, trying new things, and making mistakes. Trust and open communication are what help young people thrive. Our mentor consistently offered emotional support and reminded me that I am capable of more than I realize.
Because I had a mentor, I didn't think I could be a leader. But with her support, I learned to speak up, work with others, and believe in myself. She always says, "You can do this." She didn't just give us answers, she helped us find them. Join Unified led us to become U.S. Youth Ambassadors and join the Global Youth Leadership Council. This wouldn't be possible without our mentor support.
My mentor gave me more than leadership skills. She gave me direction, hope, and a real sense of purpose. Her support helped me in leadership roles in school, at work, and in every part of my life. Youth leadership matters because it builds responsibility, communication, creativity, and empathy. But to get there, we need mentors who will help us build those skills and keep us on track.
Mentors also remind us to have fun. They help us find exciting ways to lead through sports, events, or giving speeches.
Sam and I have had amazing opportunities thanks to our mentor connecting us to them, whether it was speaking at a community event, attending leadership workshops, or tips on how to manage our time better. Great mentors make young leaders don't miss out on chances to grow.
At every event we go to, we rely on what our mentors taught us. We're still learning, but we come a long way thanks to our mentor. Mentors help you get ready for the real world.
That's the power of mentorship. People often think you need to know everything to be a mentor, but that's not true. A lot of young people just want someone who believes in them. You don't need all the answers. Just show up, be kind, and care to support someone on their journey.
If you ever thought about mentoring, we hope you go for it. You can change someone's life and help grow the hashtag Unified Generation. We've grown so much because of mentors who lead with love and care.
And if you're already a mentor, thank you. You're shaping future leaders and helping young people believe in their own power.
Together, we can build a stronger, more inclusive world. Thank you for listening.
Absolutely incredible. I just want to say thank you so much to Sammy and Kate for sharing their reflections, their inspiration with us. And I know we're so excited to see them continue to develop and grow and make even more impact in their leadership journeys. Now, with that said, we also heard Kate and Sam talk about their mentor. And I'm really happy that we had the opportunity to have their mentor with us today, Christine Spino. So I will hand it over to Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine Spino. I am Sam and Kate's mentor, and I have been a special education teacher for 25 years. And I'm also on the board of directors for Special Olympics Southern California. And I'm so happy to be here with you all.
Thank you so much, Christine. And we will now watch this video.
Hi, my name is Christine Spino. I have taught special education for 25 years and been part of Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools family for about 8 years. Sam and Kate are the second pair I have mentored specifically for the Unified Champion Schools program. Sam, Kate, and I have had the privilege of traveling the country and world as champions of inclusion. We started with the U.S. Youth Ambassador Program, which led us to the Global Messengers for Special Olympics Southern California, and most recently for the Global Youth Leadership Council. Even though I was the role as mentor, I have gained so much personally and professionally from them. Sam and Kate really made it easy. Over the years, I believe I have grown as a teacher and mentor through these experiences. I have learned the importance of diverse leadership, that each student has different leadership styles, unique skills, backgrounds, and experiences that affect how they lead. I utilize the strengths of each student and build from that while pushing them outside their comfort zones so they can grow as humans and leaders. I have learned that some leaders are outgoing, love the spotlight, and can charm any room, while others are quiet leaders that lead through example and just need someone to notice them and give them a platform and voice. I have learned to respect and guide the students through their ideas and core values, not mine. My role is to support them to reach their full potential and goals. I have learned to be their biggest cheerleader through the successes and their biggest support through the failures by helping them reflect and learn from it. I have also learned to be a more effective communicator and listener. You can't have communication without listening, and students sometimes just need us to listen more. I lead by example. If I have expectations for the students, I should model it for them. I speak to the students the way I want to be spoken to. I treat the students with the same respect I want to be given. As a mentor, I have had to be adaptable and accessible. Build a relationship with each student, know and understand each leadership style, and know when they are capable of more or when they need a break. Being a mentor has been an amazing and given me so much. I had the opportunity to experience this awesome journey with my students and would not change a thing. I believe mentoring is beneficial to all. I highly recommend it.
So much, Christine, for sharing your reflections as well as your experiences. And that mentorship can be for all. It's having those skills, those eagerness to be able to support young people of all abilities, and these courses, these modules will help you in your journey wherever you are. So without further ado, let's go to how do you access these new materials that we were talking throughout this webinar. So now that you've seen what the series offers, let's dive into how you can access them. So the good news, it's free, it's easy, and it's ready when you are. If you're coming from the Special Olympics side, head over to elearn.specialolympics.org or scan the QR code on the screen. Once you are there, scroll to the Global Youth Education Complete Course Catalog or click on the Educators box to see the modules plus other inclusive youth leadership resources.
And if you're part of the Harmony community or want to access the same content through our My Learning portal, you can do so via the link that is about to be dropped in the chat, or through scanning the QR code on the screen next to Harmony portal. From there, you will click on the Harmony Professional Learning tile and navigate to Developing Healthy Relationships pathway and select the Youth Development and Mentoring unit. Once in there, you will see that the Building Global Youth Leadership Through Mentoring topic is at the very top of the page. And if you're not part of either platform, no problem. Both are quick and free to sign up for. We encourage you to explore both spaces because there is a wealth of resources and information that go beyond this series, all aimed at supporting educators, mentors, and youth. No matter which platform you use, you'll be guided through each module at your own pace. So whether you opt to do it all in 1 week or dive into it all over a weekend, everything is designed to be easy to navigate and ready when you are.
To make things even easier, we created a downloadable 2-pager that gives you everything you need at a glance. You can scan the QR code on the screen for your preferred platform, or you can click on the link in the chat to access our Google Drive and select the flyer you would like. It is also a great resource to bring to team meetings or professional development days to introduce the series to your colleagues. So I'll give a couple more seconds so that people can scan the code. And with that, we'd love to open it up now for questions, reflections, or anything that sparked your curiosity during today's webinar, whether it's about the modules, how to bring this work into your setting, or ideas that you're thinking about. So we encourage you to place them into the chat and we will be able to answer them. Additionally, our featured speakers, Christine, Kate, Sam, as well as Caitlin, are also available too for questions. And I see we have a hand raised, TC Harrison, if you can come off mute and you can ask your question.
Hey, Sam and Christina. I appreciate you being here and sharing your stories. It's really inspiring, really informative. My question is, what first inspired you to become a youth leader and mentor?
I'll let Sam go first.
I become a youth leadership to share my experience with unified and inclusion. I love being a part of a unified champion school so much. I want to make sure everyone gets to have the same opportunities I did.
Thanks, Sam. For me, my students inspired me. I know that's like a standard answer, but after having a unified club and implementing the Unified Champion Schools program, seeing the growth in the students, the excitement from the students with and without disabilities, and they're so invested in the program, that just inspires me and just this whole inclusive movement. Who wouldn't want a more inclusive world if you've experienced it the way I have?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Sam and Christine and TC. I hope that they were able to answer your question. I also see in the chat box that we have Marco, who shared, thank you so much for today's webinar, just learning more about how to best access the platform. So we will be, as a follow-up from today's meeting, including the slide deck so that you're able to access all the slides that were shared during today's webinar, as well as the recording. And then additionally, I know our respective organizations have been sending quite a few emails out to promoting about these modules, how to access them, as well as on social media. So we'll definitely be in touch as well.
I think just to elaborate too on what Clem just shared there, in response to Marco's question in the chat, when you are able to go in and look at the modules, the module titled specifically Unleashing the Power of Youth Leadership, I think is a great showcase of the work that our youth leaders and mentors are doing across the globe. So if you're looking for like one in particular that can kind of showcase that end result of this work, that would be a great one to point people towards. All right. Another question that was sent our way prior to the webinar, just in putting feelers out to our respective audiences, was how have your experiences as a mentor and youth leader shaped your perspective or identity? So, Christine or Sam, if one of you would like to speak to that.
Okay, I'm going to let Sam go ahead.
Being a youth leader has changed my life. I've had the opportunity to travel the world and country and make new friends. Along the way, I have become more confident. I like to speak to a group and share my experience, and I am friendly to everyone. I have learned I can do anything with the right people, supporting and encouraging me.
Did you want me to jump in too? Okay, sorry.
That'd be great. Yeah, thank you.
For me, it's totally changed my mindset. It's switched from like, oh, we have to make sure everyone included, to how can we make sure this is available and accessible to every single student on campus. And it's just awesome. Like, to change the mindset changes your whole perspective on everything and how you approach things. And nothing's impossible. Just like Sam said, he can do anything with the right supports in place, and I believe that fully.
Thank you. Thank you both. Yes, I agree. Mindset is definitely such an important aspect.
And another thing too, Miriam, I was thinking that we could share is that there are a lot of supplemental resources that accompany these learning modules. So for a quick access in regards to the descriptions and how to access, this two-pager is your place to go. However, once you enroll into either SO Learn or Harmony Academy's e-learning portal, we've also created pre-module videos. So these are about 90 seconds to 1 minute videos filmed by your peers, adult mentors, where they are able to share more about the modules, the expected outcomes, and be able to share more about what you're about to dive into. So definitely check out those short video clips. You'll be able to also see and meet fellow mentors from across the globe as you experience those videos. And another question, just looking at the list, I know we got quite a few and about that in preparation for today's webinar. Sam and Christine, I know I'm grateful for the opportunity to have met you in real life. I know our recent convening in Abu Dhabi was just a wonderful experience. But I'm really curious too, like, how have your experiences as a youth leader and a mentor help shape your perspective or identity?
All right. So I'll go first on this one. Like I think we kind of hit this a little on the previous question, how it changed our identity. It's also, I think, opened us to other cultures and to be extremely more sensitive and also quizzitive about other people. It's okay to ask questions respectfully. And for me, the journey has been amazing. Like, it's who wouldn't want to travel the world? Abu Dhabi, Italy. I mean, we've been to so many states and we've met friends along the way. So it's just shaped me as a better educator. And I think I just believe in the program so much more, seeing it worldwide. What about you, Sam? What do you think has changed?
Special Olympics, gave me an opportunity to change my life, right?
So Sam just said it gave him an opportunity to change his
And I
life.
to be a good,
And what else?
be a good person, be a good person, and also be kind for everyone.
And he wants to, it's taught him to be a really good person and be kind.
And be a good athlete, be in good sportsmanship.
Good job, Sam.
Absolutely, especially just thinking of Sam's words of just how impactful mentoring is on our inclusive youth leaders, and how I mentioned earlier, it's not just about creating an experience in the moment, but it's about creating an impact that will last their lifetime. And I know I'm so excited to see Sam and Kate. They've done so much already in the inclusion space, in empowering youth leaders at all levels, from the local to the national to the global level, and knowing that they're going to continue to take those experiences to advance their skills and continue making positive social change as we all, and especially them, work on this journey that is called life. But with that, I'm also going to hand it over to, I think we have another question that's very similar to that. So Sam, there is a question in the chat for you. One of the questions is, how has the mentorship impacted your life outside of Special Olympics in terms of your own goals in life? And I know, let's give a little think time too, since that's important for all of us, and giving each other that time to think.
And I'll just ask him some leading questions to get him there. Start with
Absolutely.
My friend group has grown. We even hang out outside of school. Everyone was so nice and friendly and always say hi to me. We have all graduated now and we are still friends. In high school, my campus gave so many opportunities for all students become a unified program. They now have unified elected and unified sports. It's official classes now.
I'll read this.
Just
Mhm.
to highlight. I hope anyone that wants to be a leader has the opportunity. I want to continue to be a leader for inclusion, sports, and as an athlete, I want to be kind to everyone.
So you want to continue being a youth leader or an inclusive leader?
Yeah.
And you want to continue doing that through example, through participating in what?
Yeah, sports.
Which sports?
And athlete, I know. So,
Louder.
bocce,
Yep.
bowling, and also soccer. And soccer, you have fight team.
Yep. So now you've joined Special Olympics outside of the school setting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
So he wants to continue being a leader within his own Southern California area
Yes.
and lead through his awesome example of kindness.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Absolutely. No, thank you. Thank you so much, Sam. And just thinking too that Harmony Academy is located in California. So when we were thinking about just talking about local leadership, but also global impact and global activation, we knew that you and Kate would be such a great pair to be able to speak on today's webinar. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Miriam for a few closing remarks.
Great. Well, thank you all so much for being with us today. Your commitment to inclusive mentorship is what creates real change for young people with and without intellectual disabilities in schools, on teams, and across communities. Before you go, a quick feedback survey will pop up in your browser. We'd appreciate your thoughts as it really helps us to improve these learning experiences and support your work even better. And whether you start the modules today, tomorrow, or next month, we hope you walk away from today with one clear message. You have the power to open doors, to walk alongside youth, and to help them lead fully, confidently, and inclusively. So, with that, have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever part of the world you're in, and thank you.
Excuse me.
Thank you so
Hello?
much.
Can you send me the QR code again? The QR code.
Mhm.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a bit slow.
Mhm. And we'll also include it in the, sometimes the attachments can be a little challenging to receive through the chat, but I believe my colleague Miriam just featured the links for us. Perfect. Thank you so much, Miriam.
Yes. And
Thank you.
last link too. Here we go. Okay, so all three of the links shared now in the chat again.
Thank you so much, Miriam, and take care, everyone, and have a great rest of your day or beginning of your day, and thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.